Fans of Akira and sci-fi action, you're gonna love this. When I say blind read, bro, although I knew nothing about this, I just kept seeing it pop up. I could tell from looking at it that I know this kid got some type of plant powers, right? This was a manga that I had it in my cart, just in my watch list, and Amazon randomly dropped it like 50% off one day. And it's one of the bigger volumes, Kodansha 6, like how Viz does. I was like, for that price, let me check it out. Before we get into all of that, let me just give you the preface of the story. So a big wave of immigrants hits Japan. The city is just jam-packed, bustling with people and all kind of shit going on. Riko is riding to work on her motorcycle. She happens to spot a little boy that's standing in the middle of the street. He's about to get hit by a huge 18-wheeler truck. When they showed the kid, Eito, the cops showed up to an immigrant protest and all the people scattered because the cops were like, yo, y'all can't be over here. So when that stampede of people come through, Eito got pushed through the crowd and ends up in the middle of the street. When he turns, he's about to get slammed by a truck and Riko swerves her motorcycle, manages to catch him and save him. It's like, yo, what the hell are you doing in the middle of the street? He's just like kind of mute, just like looking at her, and she's like, yo, what's your problem? Like, he's not talking. And she's like, all right, bro, whatever. She near lost her own life trying to save him. She's kind of pissed off, you know what I'm saying? So she just leaves, goes to work, trying to explain to her boss why she's late. She's getting into her supervisor, ends up getting fired, right? Goes outside to smoke a cigarette. She sees the same kid standing in the street, blocking traffic, about to get hit by cars again. And she's like, yo, what the hell is wrong with this kid? And he's covering his ears, and she comes and pulls him out like, yo, what's wrong with you? Tries to talk to him again. He's not talking. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna take you to the police station and report you lost, because she's thinking he's just a lost kid that's missing his parent. They're in the police station. They're talking about getting rid of him. That man starts controlling a tree. They got planters in the police station with trees. The tree grabs the police officer's gun and shoots it. Then he throws the gun in Riko's hand. She's like, what the f? So they gotta skirt up out of there. She's like, let's go get something to eat. They go to some crazy looking bar, some mafia restaurant of thugs and shit. They sitting in the corner eating a meal by the window. She's talking to him and turns, and all of a sudden, bam, the window shatters. When you turn and look, Eito, with his vine powers, he had stopped a fucking sniper bullet that's this close from hitting him in his head. And everybody in the restaurant's like, yo, what the f? Like, Eito doesn't say out loud, he's like, gotta shift. The government is trying to kill him. Come to find out, he's one of these test subject kids where he was in the lab and tested on. They used to have these collars on to keep them in place so they can't leave. Like, it was one of those fucked up labs. That's how he ended up with these vine powers. They thought he was defective because it wasn't until he got out of the facility and these events occurred that they even knew he had powers, because he hadn't awakened his powers yet. It wasn't until that sniper bullet was really about to hit him that he had full control, and they were like, oh shit, he's awakened now. Originally they were gonna put him down and kill him, so one of the scientists took the collar off of him and was like, bro, just get the fuck out of here because they're about to kill you. So government's after him, looking for him. They're like, bro, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna capture him now that he's awakened? So there's another kid from the lab. He's an older kid that's a psycho. You could tell he's a psycho from when you see him. He's that crazy deranged character that has powers, and he's just like a monster, bro. And he's like, oh, let me out. He had just killed 2 scientists in the lab too, and he's telling the government dude that's trying to get Eito back, he's like, oh, let me out, man, take me over there and I'll make sure he comes back. I'll bring him back. And he's like, bro, we can't really let you out because like you're dangerous, you're a threat to society. He's like, nah, I won't, I'll listen. So they unleash him in the city, bro, and volume 1 ends with him pulling up about to fight Eito. Like, they're getting into it already. Now this manga kind of needs a little bit more spotlight and recognition. The art is A1 detail. When I say detailed, bro, like, you don't see shots unless it's for very dramatic effect to stress and emphasize what's going on. For the most part, the pages are completely filled. Each panel is like completely detailed, fully fleshed out background, characters, environment, all type of shit going on. Riko just happened to get wrapped up into it because she wanted to save the kid's life from getting smacked by a truck. Now she's involved in the whole shit with them trying to snipe the kid right in front of her while she's trying to eat food. It's to the point though, like after that sniper incident and everything, she's invested. She's like, yo, we're gonna keep you safe, we're gonna do what we gotta do. I'm gonna ride with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hold you down, protect you, because you don't got nobody out here. So at least, you know, my boy got Riko on his side and he's got somebody to help him out. Eito starts talking towards the end of the volume. He's not a full mute. I thought he was, and I thought it was gonna be one of those stories, but no, he starts talking towards the end of the volume. So it's interesting, bro, because it's just, when you read it, it's so detailed. The environment, the city, the background, every panel is so detailed, shaded, and filled in that it's like, it's immersive, bro. I guess that's what it is. You fully dive into this story, to say the least. And it's a pretty long first volume. Like, this isn't a omnibus volume or nothing like that, but it's like 250 some pages, decent amount of story in this. I'll definitely be continuing this one too, just to see, you know, where it goes, what happens. I didn't really feel the whole like, oh, this is just like Akira when I read this, because it's been so long that I've seen Akira. Just like I said in the other video about Astro Baby, you know, every artist, everybody needs inspiration or something to draw from for a story. With the amount of stories that have been told by now, it's kind of hard to come up with something that's just completely 1000% original. It's basically not happening at this point, because everybody has done something of some sort sword. With that in mind, for me, Eito is great. The name of the story refers to the kids from the lab, and Eito is kind of a weird name to me to refer to a group of people. It doesn't really roll off the tongue, but a good story, great art style. Like when you read this, I feel like the reason why they say for fans of Akira, because it feels like they almost took that Akira type art style and updated it. And you look at the art from it, like it kind of looks like it has the older manga style, like from 30 years ago, 20 years ago, but it's like updated and refined. I can't stand when I'm reading mangas back to back, different stories, and it just looks exactly the same. So like, that's cool. There's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't look like old and crusty and dry. It's fly, bro. Eito, for me, I give it, 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. I don't remember how many volumes I've seen are already out, but I could definitely see anime coming to this. You could see it as you're reading it. The environment and everything is so detailed and drawn out and immersive, bro. Like you get an idea of the whole scene and everything that's going on in the plot. So great manga. Check it out if you haven't. Eito.